Do you know the best project you'll ever work on? Just in case you didn't know, the best project you'll ever work on is you. There's no project that will give you a greater return on investment. Do you know the best project you'll ever work on? Just in case you didn't know, the best project you'll ever work on is you. There's no project that will give you a greater return on investment. There's no project that will give you better relationships, better results, better finances. There's no project that will give you a better life, more than the project of working on yourself. The greatest version of you is waiting for you. But that version will only be realized if you do the work. You must do that work. The problem is, most people aren't willing to put in that work. They sooner pick up a beer before a book because a book might remind them they have a long way to go. And most people aren't willing to go the distance. What they fail to understand, though, is all those easy and comfortable choices now lead to a harder life later. All those choices that require no brain activity now fry your brain later. All of those choices Do you know the best project you'll ever work on? Just in case you didn't know, the best project you'll ever work on is you. There's no project that will give you a greater return on investment. There's no project that will give you better relationships, better results, better finances. There's no project that will give you a better life more than the project of working on yourself. The greatest version of you is waiting for you. But that version will only be realized if you do the work. You must do that work. The problem is, most people aren't willing to put in that work. They sooner pick up a beer before a book because a book might remind them they have a long way to go. And most people aren't willing to go the distance. What they fail to understand, though, is all those easy and comfortable choices now lead to a harder life later. All those choices that require no brain activity now fry your brain later. All of those choices, little by little, add up to a great big problem later. And that problem is called disappointment. And there really could be no greater pain than that of being disappointed in yourself. The good news is that it is never too late to start working on the best version of you. It's never too late to say, today is the day. Today is the first day of the rest of my life. It's never too late to start reversing all the poor decisions you have made by building new, stronger habits that will lead to new, impressive results. Problem number 2, though, is just around the corner. And that problem is that most people don't have the staying power. They either don't see immediate results and quit far too soon, or they get to a certain level, a level far from their actual potential, and then they go back to their old habits, which will bring about the same old results.
Listen to me. You don't need a better phone. You don't need a better home. You don't need better circumstances. You need a better mindset. Mindset is everything. It's the difference between an average life and a magic life. The best version of you is waiting for you to claim, but you'll never see that version if you quit. You'll never know your greatest self if you give up. And how sad would that be? You never meeting the best version of yourself because you gave up too soon. Never knowing how far you could have gone. Always wondering what if. Forever living in regret, knowing you could have pushed just a little bit harder for a better life. Knowing you could have pushed a little harder to set a different example. To break the invisible limit barrier that has stood for generations. You can be the one to break that barrier. You have to decide. There is no greater project you could ever work on than yourself. The better you are, the better everyone in your world is. Your example is seen by everyone you love. Will they see a positive example? Or will they see someone who never pushed for their true potential? Will they see someone who gave everything to be the very best they could be? Or will they see someone who settled for every easy option that was put in front of them? You must fight. You must fight for your best life. Great lives aren't handed out. They don't just appear through Netflix and Facebook. You have to work on you to bring that version out of yourself. And that work is not a one-time thing. It's a lifestyle. It's a commitment. And it's an honor. Start chipping away at everything you want out of your life and replace those things with only things that make you stronger, better, happier. Develop a daily practice that makes you better. Make that practice a habit by doing it every single day. I mean, nothing can get in the way of this daily ritual you create for yourself. Reading, listening, learning, applying, gratitude, meditation, exercise, preparation, health, wealth, everything that matters to you. This is your new life. This is a new you. The best you are creating.
The greatest project you will ever work on deserves priority over everything because it affects everything. Do that work on you. Always.
Good morning, Balsakins and Hexakins. This is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between our fellow entrepreneurs and the best damn crypto community around. And Pulse Chain, you guys, good morning. Happy Monday. I am pumped to be here with you guys today. Had some technical difficulties there in the beginning of the video. Thanks for sticking through with me, guys. I was determined to play that video today for you guys because we are the best projects that we will ever work on is ourself. We are the best projects that we can ever possibly work on because everything else is affected downstream from that project. Once again, you being you, your spirituality, your mindset, your physical well-being, what you do in a day-to-day life affects your complete environment and what happens to you. Your life is a direct mirror of you. Okay? So the best project you can work on is yourself. One of my mentors told me that in one of my health masterminds. We were talking about just in general, time and how much it takes to go to the gym and what it takes as far as work and stress and how to stack that into your day-to-day life. And he said, Corey, you know what? I was like, what? He goes, you are the best project you're ever going to work on. He goes, everything else you do in life, your business, crypto, any side hustles, your family, everything else is your side hustle. Because if you're not working on yourself, on putting yourself in a better mental state of being, putting yourself first with your spirituality, whatever your beliefs are there. Mine is Christian, I'm in God. And so that's where that's what I work on every single day. My going to the gym, my health and my health and fitness, right? A lot of you guys know I'm very passionate about that. And I'm big into health, fitness, nutrition, peptides, all that stuff. And he's like, look, if you can't shape and mold yourself to be the badass person that you see who you want being, how are you supposed to how do you expect the rest of your reality to come back and give you the results that you want? And it's so very true, right? It's so very true. And right now in Pulse Chain, with things and prices being down and sentiment being at absolute, bottom, just kind of, it is rough out there, guys. I mean, on Twitter, I opened Twitter up this morning for 5 minutes. I'm like, that's enough for me. It is just rough out there. And so I'm kind of checked out right now out of crypto. And I'm not even like looking at Twitter, Telegram, besides our community. But I'm just checked out because, man, it is rough. And I'm just going to be working on myself and working on what matters most, which is me. And crypto will come when it comes, right? And this is all somewhat, you guys don't all have to buy into this ideology to the same extent that I do, but even if you buy into it just a little bit, it will help you in your crypto journey. tremendously, because you will be working on and caring about so much other important stuff in your life versus just always concerning yourself. What's going on with crypto? I'm going to get that 10x that I was promised. Is RH going to bridge money over and start buying my assets? Like literally taking a step back and just start working on being a better person, working on your health and fitness, maybe working on your mindset. Mindset is massive because that's where it all starts. It starts in the mind. Your thoughts control your emotions. Your emotions control what you do in the real world, your actions. And then your actions control your success. Okay. Remember, we are responsible for all of our environment. So that means the money you have in your bank account is your fault. You have to take responsibility for the amount of money that's in your bank account up to date. Okay. That means if you have millions of dollars, that is great. That is your fault. And you've done a good job for yourself. That means if you're broke, it is your fault. You are broke, and you have to take responsibility to start taking different actions. You have different feelings, and you have to have different thoughts. You have to work on the mindset to change the trajectory of your bank account. Okay, your relationships with your family, right? That is also the direct outcome of the actions you take in life versus your emotions to your mindset. Once again, it's the same thing. Relationships, right? Your health. It all has to start in the mind that I want to be in better health. I want to put muscle on. I want to live till I'm 150. That's right. I'm living to 150. I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to live to 150 years old. That way I see my daughter's daughter. That's right. I'm going to be around to make sure that the legacy wealth I'm leaving behind and it changes everyone's life, and I'm around to see it, right? So how am I going to do that, though, unless I start curating the thoughts that I need to start working on making this body just a better version of itself, right? And that includes, the right amount of fitness, so exercise, the diet that I'm eating, the supplements I'm taking, the peptides I am injecting. All this adds up to sculpt this body of mine to where I want it to go to live to 150 years old. And I believe with modern science, AI, coupled with good health and fitness, I'll be able to achieve those goals. Who knows? Maybe not. I mean, God willing, that's also up to him. If I can make it that far, he might decide to take me next week. I might get hit by a bus, right? Like we never know, right? But with the things that we do have control of, we should take control of those things and make it happen. If you are mad about because you don't have any money in your bank account and Pulse Chain is down and only to the right, and you're overexposed, which is fine. I'm overexposed too. I am way overexposed, which is, for me, it's great because I know how to make money in the real world. I know how to go out there, make money, fill my bank account back up, right? By providing value to my fellow man, fellow woman, to society as a whole. And that way, that's how I stay risk averse from having so much into Pulse Chain. And if you don't know how to do that, then you need to work on that part of yourself to go out there and create value in the world, put money in your bank account. And I promise you this, guys. Oh my God, I promise you one thing. If you know how to put money in your bank account in the real world, how to create a business and put large amounts of money in your bank account, the pressure you see in Pulse Chain or the FUD or all the BS that we see will not affect you anymore. It does not affect me. I don't give a shit. I'll wait this shit out until it finally does what I know it's going to do. In my heart of hearts, I know what it's going to do eventually. And I can sit here and wait it out because I can go out and make money in the real world and put that money in my effing bank account. I'm talking about large amounts of money, right? And so you got to know how to do that if you want to invest huge into Pulse Chain. So that's how I stay in a place where this pressure, this downward pressure we're experiencing right now does not affect me whatsoever, right? And so that's because, remember, what you do in your life directly affects everything about you, your mental state of being, your spirituality, your physical well-being, the money in your bank account. It all starts with you. Okay. And you have to work on yourself. So I thought that video was very motivating. It got me pumped up this morning. I wanted to play it for you guys. Once again, thank you for sticking with me to the through the crazy technical difficulties I was having. Everything kept blacking out when I was trying to play the video. I'm like, holy shit, God, I got to make this work one way or another. So I unplugged my entire system and just opened my laptop, and I'm streaming from my laptop. That's how I was able to get it to work today. Shit, man. That was rough. That was me, and it tested me, right? Like, okay, I'm getting tested, and in my mindset, I'm like, I'm gonna make this work no matter what. I don't care what I gotta do to push through and make this stream work. I'm going to make it work to get the message across to my fellow Paulsakins, my fellow Hetzakins, and that way, this kind of helps you, take a step back and start working on things that matter, right? Start working on yourself, all right? This crypto thing is a side project. It is a side hustle. And if it's only a side hustle, it shouldn't matter if it's going to take us another month, 2 months, or even 6 months before we go to moon time, because you don't care anymore, because it's only an afterthought. It's a side project. That's why you guys don't see me all over Twitter. That's why you guys don't see me all over Telegram. That's why you don't see me almost anywhere except for here on streams, is because I'm living my life, being an entrepreneur, being a great dad, going to church, going to gym, going to all the things that make me a better version of myself. That is the most important thing I can work on. Everything else is an afterthought, including crypto. So there it is, guys. There's my message for today. It was, really positive. If it was like disgustingly positive for you, I am sorry. This isn't the place for you. For you guys that liked it, thank you so much for showing up to listen to it today. It really got me pumped up today. We got 66 of you guys watching today. Give me a retweet over on Twitter if you like the content, if you want other people to come in where we talk about, cryptocurrency as a wealth creation tool and real estate as a wealth preservation tool. Although I'm very bearish on real estate right now. Don't buy real estate. I'm the biggest bear there is out there on real estate. But, retweet the content for me over on YouTube. Smash the like, hit the subscribe if it's your first time here. Come on, help the algorithm, blast us to the effing moon, and that way we can keep pumping out the great content when I get my systems to work. Man, that was rough. I couldn't get it to work. I got it to come back on, and then it blacked out again. I was like, God, getting tested. So let's check in with you guys, see how everyone's doing today. Thank you so much for showing up and watching. Let's go, Belgian Hetzakin. Let's go, rockets to the moon. I love it, man. Thanks for showing up. You were first in line. I love it. My man, the myth, the man, the legend, Money Game Crypto. Good morning to you, good sir. Are you still out there in Vietnam, man? It'd be evening for you probably if you are. He was out in Vietnam when I was out in Shanghai. We were kind of next door to each other there for a little while. My man. What up? Is this just a recorded pep talk, or we'll see an actual stream? Man, it's both, right? It's both. I love that particular pep talk because everything about it is so effing true. There's not one part of that, in my opinion, that's fluff. I mean, it's all from the heart, and every word spoken there is as true as it comes, man. What up, NJ Dubs? Right? NJ Dubs knows how I roll. Oh, man. What up, bro, man? My buddy Sergey over here. Pulse Chain is a chain of grassroots crypto freedom lovers. No paid shills are welcome here. Oh, yeah, I did see you and old boy, man, kind of go at it. That was funny. I watched a clip on Twitter that you posted. Who the hell is his name? Lark Davis or whatever his name. Man, yeah, you got him all worked up, man. You could tell he was all breathing hard and frustrated. He couldn't even get his words out and what he wanted to say about Pulse Chain and Hex because you made him so frustrated. And that was great, man. That guy's like your modern day medicine man, snake oil selling medicine man. That's who he is. Your modern day man, just like pay this guy, here's your 100x fix, and he's all dumping in your head in the background. The guy is like, man, this is about as crooked as they come out there, bro. Be careful with guys like that. Everybody who watches, Lark Davis, he's one of the worst. I know that there was going around on Twitter, it was just like this list of people who were top paid shills, and he was on one of the top ones. And like the guy who was tracking, not only he was tracking who was a paid shill, but their wallets, and he was tracking all his Lark Davis's wallet. Is that Lark Davis? Is that his name? I think that's his name. But tracking all his wallets and him selling said coins that he was shilling that day, and it was crazy. And so there's plenty of evidence on chain of what he does, and it's disgusting, completely disgusting. So be careful. First time I caught the beginning, and we don't always play the motivation stuff, man, but I love it. I'm going to start probably playing it though more often. I'll tell you that. We all need a little more of that here, man. I feel like we don't have that here in the crypto space. It's crazy. If you get into real estate and real estate investing and start joining masterminds and start getting around entrepreneurs alike, that's part of the culture, is playing videos like that and listening to content like that. It's all part of the culture, reading books that are revolved around that. In crypto, it's not part of the culture here whatsoever. It's wild. I feel like we need a little bit of that. And that's why people are so nutty and have a screw loose in cryptos, because they need more of this stability type, pep talks and understanding of how real life works. Everyone here is just for gambling all in 1000x. Man, go learn to be a badass entrepreneur in the real life. So that way, if your 1000x doesn't work in the time limit that you think it's going to work, you're okay. You're not hurting. That's why we see the guys act the way they act on Twitter, and the KOLs who've gone completely mad and now just go for clickbaits because they're pissed off because they're down 90% and they don't know how to make money in the real world. That's really honest truth, man. My stuff is glitching today. Crazy. Mr. Crypto J, getting some lag here and there. Yeah, man, it is bad today. I'm going to keep pushing through. What are you going to do, man? Look at that. I am going to have to there we go. Hit the likes. There we go. Man, it is bad today. I don't know why. I have to all right, I'm not going to show. Okay, it's allowing me to show the chat. I'm going to have to reboot the computer, guys. But great mentality, man. Yeah, thanks, bro. I do appreciate it, dude. I do. I try. Corey, the last few times I've tuned in, I'm seeing quite a bit of lag. Check your connection. Love your content. Keep it up. Man, it's Puerto Rico, bro. I live out in Puerto Rico, and I'm on Starlink out here. And I just can't get a good stream. It's rough. The good news is I'm moving back to Arizona in the end of October, and I'll have broadband there. I'll be able to stream, and it won't be any issues, and all this will this lag and connection always going out will be gone. Puerto Rico sucks, man. The infrastructure here is it's third world country, man. You live in a third world country with California prices. And so their internet sucks. And so I got Starlink. Starlink works. It's just not very strong for streaming and stuff like that. So it is what it is. Anyone would tell you that you look like a Hollywood actor, William. I don't know who William Fetchner is. I'll have to look him up. Hopefully he's a cool dude. Hopefully. Although he's a Hollywood actor. Not sure. Look and have same mannerisms. Okay. Yeah, hope he's a cool dude. Shout out to Regard QB from the longest yard. I don't know who that is. If you get lags, I've experienced it. Back click the street for 10 seconds. The stream? Back stream? I don't want to. Oh, you talking about when you're watching it? Yeah. When you're watching it live stream. If my stream is laggy, yeah, if you black click 10 seconds, it will be enough for it to catch up. That's a good tip there, Ali. Yeah, so if my stream's laggy, just a few seconds, yeah, you can just always back up 10 seconds on you watching my stream, and then it will catch up. So that's a very good point. The stream for like 10 seconds. Yeah, man, it is glitchy today. It is wild. Holy crap. Well, we're making it work. We're getting through it one way or another, because that's what you do, man. You're here to win, and we're going to make it work, whether we like it or not, or whether the stream likes it or not. And it's the same with crypto, man. I mean, it's like, can I unhide this now? It won't let me pull it up. There it goes. Jeez, it's horrible, man. So what's going on, guys? Happy Monday. What's the plan for this week? Are you guys going to go out there and create value in this world? Are you going to go out there and maybe start a side hustle? If you have a 9-to-5, I get it. You can start a side hustle at nighttime, right? Or ask your boss for some overtime hours. Ask your boss for a raise. If he doesn't give it to you, then give him the middle finger and become an entrepreneur. I will always support entrepreneurs over anything else, man. It is the way to create true value in the world. You get paid for your value, and then you can hand that gift down to your loved ones. That is part of the legacy wealth, man. It's not just money that you hand down. It's your mindset and what you teach your kids. You get to hand that down to them as probably the best gift that you could possibly give to them. So if you work on yourself and you create this winner type mindset, I'm going to conquer the world, and I do conquer the world, and I'm just badass at what I do, and I don't take no for an answer, and I win. I am a winner at life. And no matter what you do, that mindset will ultimately, at the end of the day, get handed down to your children. Your children will adopt that. Remember, they're watching every move you make. Now, a lot of you guys don't have kids. Completely understandable. I got 2 daughters, right? They're watching every move you make in life. And so it is up to you to teach them how to be successful in this life. There's a saying that, poor mindset or poverty mindset always, so kids who are raised in a poverty family stay in poverty because of the poverty mindset that is handed down from the mom and dad to the kids. The kids stay on welfare when they get older. They always go from job to job getting fired. They always live somewhere where basically it's the projects. And that type of, mentality is it's a sickness, right? And I would say about 80% of the Americans fall into somewhere of that type of mindset and that mentality. It's unfortunate, right? Most Americans want to just have everything given to them and have lottery mentality. It's also why they play in crypto, right? And so you can break away and be part of the 1%. Hell, just be part of the 10% that's out there, and you will be conquering the world, and you will teach your children how to do the same. They're watching every move that you make. So it's very important that you are working on yourself. Remember, you are the best project you will ever work on. Everything else is just a side hustle. Everything. And that means health and fitness too, guys. If you guys aren't going to the gym, if you're not doing cardio, if you're not doing resistance training, if you're not putting the right nutrition in your body, I don't know what you're doing. We aren't getting any younger. I'm 48 years old. I just got a panel done that has what do you call it? It's the biological age and chronological age. My chronological age, my actual age is 48 years old. I am 43 biologically. So I'm 5 years younger now than what my actual real number tells me. And that's because of my health and fitness, nutrition, peptides I do, supplements, all that added in. I've been able to rewind the clock actually 7 years, because when I was 46, I took this test. I was 48 then. Biologically, I was older than what my chronological age was at the time. And so by going on this health journey, I've been able to reverse the clock 7 years. And I'm going to keep reversing that bitch as far as back as we possibly can go, and live to 150 years old. But it takes a lot of work, and it starts with the mindset, which invokes the emotion, which invokes action, which actions make your reality. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. That's the secret sauce, right? So go out there, create value to your fellow man, fellow woman. Start a side hustle, man. That business that you always thought about doing, go do it. Take the risk. Go do it. Go join a community that's doing that exact business so you can learn from that community and learn how to grow that business and be successful in it. And then you can take that money and invest it in crypto. We talk about this all the time on the show. That's how you 100x your effing life, right? 10x the value you bring your fellow man, your fellow woman. That value turns into dollars that you put in your effing bank account. And then from your effing bank account, you can go invest in crypto and 100x your life and change the trajectory of your family tree, of your family lineage. Because remember, here on this show, we are the one chosen by God to break the trajectory of that curse of 9-to-5s, the curse of 401k scams, the poverty mindset, right? The curse of just mediocrity. That's a curse in itself. We are here to break that generational curse and install legacy wealth and install the mindset of being a winner into our family forevermore from this point on. That's what we're here to do, guys. And that's what we're going to do, even with crypto. Crypto is just a tool. It's just a side project that we're using along the side of this journey to help facilitate and propel us in the right direction. Don't get too sucked into it. And that's how you get, you fall for the FUD and fall for all the toxic KOLs. Just be careful, man. Be careful. But remember the mission, right? We are the ones. And it's just the matrix, man. Once again, we just need to play our part. We have to go and make sure that we have the faith to lean in and actually play the part, which takes some serious balls, right? Some serious huevos to take that risk. But there's always that one person in every wealthy family who took the big risk, who made it, and forever changed his family lineage. So that's what we're doing here, guys. So, guys, that's all I got for you today. Happy Monday. I hope you go out there and crush it. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the internet. Once again, that will be fixed very soon when I'm living in Arizona, which is about a month away. It's September 22nd. I think I'm moving to Arizona October 30th. And so the day before Halloween. I wanted to be out there for Halloween because Halloween in Puerto Rico sucks. No one really celebrates it. And I wanted to be back home for Halloween where it actually feels like it's Halloween. I love that. In Arizona, man, it's like the weather's cooled down. It is beautiful there during that time of year. So once again, guys, 104 of you guys watching. Give me a retweet if you like this stuff. Smash the likes, hit the subscribes. Once again, if you don't want to pay taxes on your crypto, DeFiWealthTrust.com. Book a call with Chris. It's completely free. You can't lose. And setting the trust up is completely free. If he tells you, oh, you don't have quite enough money yet, say, hey, bro, reserve a shell trust for me. Completely free. No big deal. You just got to go set up the LLC. That's your only risk. If you do it yourself, an LLC could cost between, $200 to $500. If you have someone else do it for you, which is pretty smart because they can integrate all the trust language in there. It's about $1,000. It's your only risk. If you don't use a trust, no harm, no foul. It's no big deal. But if you use it, it could be millions of dollars saving taxes, literally, just depending how big your portfolio is. So once again, DeFiWealthTrust.com, book a call. Guys, I'm going to sign out. I hope you have a beautiful week. Don't fall too down. Don't fall too much into the Twitter FUD shithole. Yeah, man, I said I was on there for 5 minutes today, man, and I closed it like I'm done. And go out and live your life. Work on the best project that you possibly can work on, which is you. Remember that. It's you. You're the best project. Everything else is a side project, including the money you make in life. So, guys, have a good one. Peace, and I'll see you sometime this week.